So that's the only way I could think to get my own story told is for me to tell it.
How y'all doing? My name is Roy Love Jr. and I'm the CEO and founder of the Black Pages, and we tapped in with Hidden Jewels Magazine.
Hi, welcome to Hidden Jewels Magazine. I'm Nichelle, and today we have the owner of Black Pages, Roy Love.
Yes, how you doing?
I'm good. So talk something about your business, the Black Pages.
So the Black Pages was created to bridge the gap between the Black communities and the support that we may lack within our Black businesses or entrepreneurs. The goal of it was to promote ambitious growing entrepreneurs by showcasing their talents in their respective fields. In college, I noticed a lot of hustlers and go-getters who would be selling things out of their dorm rooms, cutting hair, or even making plates to sell to those and delivering them to campus. So with that being said, I noticed a lot of people doing that, but the friends around them and their inner circle lacked the support of promoting their businesses. So with that being said, I wanted to create a platform to showcase and support entrepreneurs.
That's dope. So pretty much like a green book for a newer version of the green book.
Yes, like a black yellow pages, really.
Yeah.
Just a whole directory where entrepreneurs are listed and they provide services that you may not be able to find at a Target or whatever the case may be. So just having the access.
I like that. So you said you went to college. What college did you go to?
I went to Virginia Union University, HBCU. It was a very small college, very smaller than my high school. I went to Carson High, by the way, so it was smaller than that. So you can only imagine how I felt when I first got there. Didn't go to the school to visit it before. When I went there, that was it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 2 weeks after I graduated, I was straight on the flight to Richmond.
Dang.
Yeah, so it was really why I had to grow up quicker. I left at 17, so I really didn't experience, everything I could have in California. But it turned out to be a good thing. It kept me away from a lot of distractions and things like that. So with that being said, college was cool. I learned a lot about myself. Was able to focus on school, get involved in the community, join a fraternity, and do a lot of positive things that helped me to become who I am today.
That's beautiful. How was it being away from home?
It was tough at first. I'll get homesick a lot. The weather out there is crazy. Some bugs out there I've never seen in my life. It's very slow, less accessible. The lack of Mexican food that was something to adjust to, most definitely. But overall, I was able to adapt and figure it out.
That's good. Adaptation is key. It's
Most
definitely key. So how did you prepare yourself in those moments of when you had to adapt?
Honestly, I just have the mindset of I'm gonna do whatever I have to do to make whatever happen. So that's my way of adapting. It's probably not always the best and healthy way, but that's how I adapt to things. If something has to be done, I'm going to figure out a way to get it done, whether I like it or don't like it. It has to get done. There's no room to complain and feel sorry for myself because we're black. At the end of the day, I'm a black man.
Don't leave me hanging.
At the end of the day, I'm a black man, and they don't really have much sympathy for us in these streets. So
that's very true. And speaking on that, with the current situation that's been going on, what are your feelings towards it, especially being a black man?
My feelings for it it's crazy, speechless in a ways. It's terrible to see that it's been over 400 years and we're still seeing the same situations where police are killing us unarmed. Police are murdering innocent men, innocent people, innocent kids, and we're still fighting. So it's crazy that nothing has really changed. So we don't really know what to do at this moment. So that's why we see a lot of rioting and a lot of people protesting, trying to release their pain, but not really sure how to. So this is what you get when you don't hear us. You're gonna hear us in your pockets.
You're gonna feel us.
You're gonna feel us. You see all the burnings and all the violence that's going on. That's what happens when we're not heard. Then justice and all for George Floyd. Condolences to the family, and everyone has been impacted by it. But we just want answers. We want solutions. We want justice. We want equality, and we want change. So until we get changed, you're gonna see chaos.
Unfortunately, but that's honestly just how it has to be. So what are some ways that you would propose that we get change? How will we demand our change?
I would say start with community meetings. I'm gonna say this. I'm not this is not my niche of knowing what to do because I really don't know. But I would say getting knowing our neighbors, getting community meetings where we can, meet with the police in our communities, or maybe even the governor, the mayors in our communities, or whatever the case may be, in efforts to start a conversation, to see what we can do differently. Supporting our own, having conversations like this, having platforms like this in efforts to express ourselves and see what we can do for the community, as well as buying from our own, supporting Black businesses, recycling the Black dollar, stop buying all the Louis and Gucci, so we're making them richer when we can support our own, set our own businesses in efforts to, build our own market, build a Black Wall Street again.
Because like what you said, a lot of us don't know how to, and it just starts with a conversation, because you ask a question, it's going to get people thinking of, okay, what can I do? How can we become organized? How can we become self-sufficient? How can? So it just takes that moment of just sitting down and really sitting in yourself with other people who are like you, skin tone, who have been and suffered the same things that you have, whether it was directly or indirectly. We all feel the same pain when one of us gets mistreated, because it's in our blood. It definitely hits all of us. Oh my goodness, in more ways than one.
Yeah, it's crazy, and it's just going back to what we've seen over and over and over again, hashtag after hashtag, hashtag after hashtag, video after video. It's gotten to a point where it's normal, as crazy as that sounds. So we have to reunite, stick together, and stop fighting each other for whatever, smaller issues that we may have with one another, and come together. If we don't come together, we don't make change. We just gonna
fall apart, like we've been doing, unfortunately.
Definitely.
Talk about, what are your hopes for your community?
To come together, honestly, support Black-owned businesses. There are businesses that we support daily that we don't even know are, that our Black businesses have, such as water, toilet paper, toothpaste, cleaning products, etc. Everything, all our basic everyday necessities are Black-owned. We just don't know about it. So our job as the Black Pages is to put that in the forefront in efforts to create Black Wall Street and buy from our own. That's the goal.
Black Wall Street. Go ahead and touch on Black Wall Street, because some people may not know it. I realized the other day, in one of the interviews that we've had with Cookie Outside, she is the owner of Setting the Level. Setting the Level is a support group for Black entrepreneurs, artists, and so on and so forth. And we have weekly meetings with the members. Yesterday we had a meeting and we discussed some of the topics, and a lot of people didn't know what was Black Wall Street. So go ahead and talk a little bit on what Black Wall Street was and how we could get that rolling this time.
To my knowledge, I may be wrong, may not, but Black Wall Street was just straight Black-owned, Black entrepreneurs, just a whole circle full of where we had churches, if I'm not mistaken, banks, a school, just basically our own markets, our own resources. Everything, we didn't need to go anywhere to get anything because it was all here.
In our
so
community.
That's what I know of what Black Wall Street was. So just building that unity, building that togetherness, and efforts to recycle the Black dollar and make us richer and not the privileged richer.
That part. So what were some steps that you've taken in your personal life where you've had to be self-sustainable, and what struggles did you face along the way?
Sustainable struggles. We could talk about that all day, but a lot of struggles came from within. The enemy was my enemy. I had a lot of opportunities that this platform was supposed to have been created, which was 3 years ago, but I felt like the event I was going to have wasn't going to be a success. I felt like people weren't going to come. I felt like it wasn't going to be worth the money. I felt like it was going to be a waste of investment. And that was my biggest struggle, just believing in me, believing in what I wanted to do in my vision, and seeing it through. Another struggle was finding the right people, finding the right team that could help me reach my goal. Because today I still struggle with that. It's hard finding the supporters that you need that will elevate your be not knowing. That's a struggle for me. Yeah, like lack of knowledge. Because I got into entrepreneurship blind. This shit
it's hard.
It's crazy. I jumped into it pretty blind, where it's like, oh, you got to do this. Oh, you got to do this. You got to get this license. You got to get this registered. And that's just stacks of money on money on money of not knowing that I even had to do that. So it takes a time to say, hey, is this really worth it? Is this really something I want to do? I don't have to ask myself that question because I already know, my vision and where I see this business going.
Yeah.
But that's something that, you definitely have to take into account. And the third one will be the lack of support. Day ones, your bros, your sis, whatever the case may be, your family, who you thought, would just be with you to support you throughout this journey, and they really not there. They really shaky. Their support is really iffy when all it takes is a like, a repost, a comment, a share, a word of mouth. It doesn't take much at all. All of that costs $0. So with that being said, it just makes me take a mental note. I don't have no harm or no beef towards anyone, but it just lets me know that once I blow, then I know you'll come back around. But conversations is dead at that point. But those will be my struggles that I have faced thus far.
And what would you say your top 5 goals for yourself and your business are?
Sheesh. All right, top 5 goals for myself. All right, so number 1 is become a millionaire. Number 2 is buy my mama a house. Number 3 is create a youth center for the youth recreation center for the youth. To keep them out of the streets and actually put entrepreneurship in them at an earlier age. Number 4 is to relocate out of California. And number 5 is to create generational wealth for my kids, my grandkids, and so on and so forth. Business goals. Continue to gain followers and supporters. Continue to engage with my audience. Continue to grow in a positive direction, letting others know our mission and our vision. Creating a website and dropping some merch.
All right. What does PAGES stand for?
PAGES stands for Promoting Ambitious Growing Entrepreneur Success. That's what PAGES stands for. Promoting Ambitious Growing Entrepreneur Success. That's what PAGES stand for, the Black Pages.
That is beautiful. How'd you come up with that?
Honestly, I was just brainstorming. I knew what I wanted the vision to be, but I wasn't sure how I was going to put it into the form where it was an acronym.
Okay.
Oh, that's the right word.
It's the right word.
Yeah, so that was the goal of it. I know we wanted to promote and uplift entrepreneurs. I know we wanted ambitious, those who had that go-getter drive, that mindset that, regardless of whatever happens, I'm going to make this happen. Yeah. And I know we wanted to look at growing businesses because we're all growing. We all are, we're not a Versace or whatever the case may be, but we're all growing to become, something greater. And the entrepreneurs, that's what I want to showcase. I love to see people who are willing to bet on themselves and, take a shot, because it is a risk. You don't know what's going to happen, but the ability to take that risk, it takes a lot of courage to do that, and I respect all those who do. So shout out to all the entrepreneurs. And success, we always want to uplift. We always want to inspire. We always want to show someone that we have people that look just like you doing things positive. They're not in the streets. They're not doing anything crazy. They're doing stuff positive to impact their community and bring generational wealth into their homes.
Yeah, speaking on generational wealth, that first starts with breaking generational curses. So what is a generational curse that you have broken?
First, I was one of the first in my family to go to college and finish. I'm actually in my master's degree currently. Another generational curse I have broken is just the ability to, I don't even know if it's a curse. Well, yeah, definitely. The ability to just transition my mind, to think differently, to get out of the space where if I don't go to work, I will not get paid and I will not be able to survive. Being able to understand that life is bigger than Jordans. Get a passport, travel the world. Life is bigger than, the chains and the jewelry that we may wear. The materialistic things are not what is going to help us succeed, what is not going to help us bring generational wealth into our families. We need to find avenues to create books, find things that we can create one time that we can sell forever. Yeah. If we can do that, then we're making a change. We're making impact. Just being able to do things like that, or just be able to engage and take the knowledge that these are things that we can do. Finding other routes to be successful is another one. Growing up, I thought college was the only route for me. Man. That's what was instilled into our heads. I'm sure that's what instilled into the viewers' heads as well. But it's more ways to, skin a cat. It's more ways to find out what works for you. So just being able to have that open mind and looking to, give it to my family and everyone around me that, is interested in receiving this knowledge.
That's dope. What are some things that you've learned while running a business? Not just in the business aspect, but what have you learned about yourself?
I've learned to communicate. I've learned to basically communicate to the point where others are trusting me. Others see my work. Others are seeing what we're doing. I learned to be consistent. I learned that if you continue to do something, you continue to do it no matter if one person likes it or, 500 people like it. At the end of the day, is they want to see progression. They want to see you continue to strive to your goals. They want to see you believe in your brand. If you don't believe in your brand, no one else will. So things I've learned consistency. I've learned to plan. I've learned to remain engaged, and I've learned to take risks. You have to take risks. You have to invest in your brand.
Definitely.
And it's a learning process. It never stops. Reading, getting into webinars, finding like-minded individuals that you can use as mentors or use as positive figures to help you get to where you want to be. Find out who it is that you like or that you want to be like, and do the things they do. Read the things they read. Listen to the podcasts they listen to. Yeah. Try substituting music for podcasts and see how your life will change. Just try it for a week. Try it for a day.
That's a challenge. Y'all like challenges so much, so do that challenge.
Please. It's definitely a game changer. I started listening to an Instagram mentor or whatever we would like to call him, and he's changed my life. That's all I would say.
I dig that. Is there something that you would like to leave the people with?
Follow us on Instagram, gain more content, get us for an interview, tap in for a feature. Just check us out. At the end of the day, we here for the people. We trying to uplift the culture. So if y'all want to help us, with this journey, please join us in our movement. We have a lot of things coming, and we just getting started. I think I'll let y'all know a lot, get y'all some gems and things like that. But if y'all definitely want more gems, I'm definitely free to give them to y'all, and they definitely are free. Look out for a lot of things coming, and I'm excited for this collab.
All right, thank you so much, man.
Already.
This wasn't planned, by the way.
Definitely wasn't. Shout out to Nick for having the Marathon Continues.
Always.